Joining me now is Dr. KG Arunraj, former IRS Officer and General Secretary, Policy and Propaganda for Tamilaga Vechi Kazhagam, led by Mr. Vijay. So let's straight talk to him. Sir, how is you are the candidate of the TVK in Tiruchengodu in Makkal district?
Yeah.
So how is it being in the elections from being an officer? Because you might have oversaw elections as an IRS officer. So now you are a candidate yourself.
Yes.
How do you see this transformation from being an IRS officer to donning the white?
Hi. Thanks for coming here to Tiruchengodu, to this constituency. See, first of all, I'd been in service for 15 years and I had been election observers, expenditure observer during parliamentary elections and state elections. So, first as an officer, definitely it has, we have this authority to do whatever in the tax administration. And after coming to politics, even before, we clearly know that the real authority is with the people, and it is the people who give the authority to this representatives. And in a democracy, the people are the real sovereign. So, after coming to this ground, I really feel that people the need for change is really very palpable here. So, it's not only in this constituency; it's prevalent throughout this Tamil Nadu. And you come with regard to my transformation, if you ask me, connecting with the people, and it's really satisfying thing, because I love working with the people. I love working with the society, with the downtrodden people. And one thing about this being this role of a politician is that it is very hectic, and only people who genuinely loves this can enjoy it. Otherwise, it's very tiresome. People who don't have this taste for this politics will definitely will have a tough time here.
So like you spoke about people yearning for a change in Tamil Nadu. So the Dravidian parties, both the DMK and AIADMK, have ruled the state alternatively since 1967. So it's been about 60 years since these two political parties have ruled the state. So what is that is making people to look for an alternative in Mr. Vijay and the TVK? Is it just corruption? Is it nepotism? Or it's much more than these two issues? Because these are the two issues that I got as feedback from youngsters. But what, from your experience, what is it?
See, if you see, first of all, the two, as you said, the two Dravidian parties have alternatively ruled our state for nearly 60 years. It's not that they have not done anything for the state.
Yeah,
they have done
exactly.
They have done something, and Tamil Nadu is in fact one of the better performing states of our country. But if you see, as Tamil Nadu reached its real potential, as the taxpayers, as the middle class have got their due, as the poor been uplifted. Then if you answer these questions, that answer is very what to say. We can't see these two Dravidian parties in a very good light. Even now, after the 60 years of rule, after 75 years of independence, still there are so many villages where still the basic amenities of drinking water facilities, sanitation and drainage facilities have not been fulfilled. And Tamil Nadu is one of the aspirational states that people genuinely feel that we, Tamil Nadu, deserve something better.
Yeah.
So and also people now are very educated. They are very much aware. They are very much aware of the amount of corruption being done, amount of government spending which is done and which is actually reaches the people. So definitely they are fed up with this system of corruption and this nepotism and this dynastic rule. That is also, we have to add that one more dimension of this Dravidian party system. So all this have put together, and one more important thing is youth. Never seen after maybe after MGR, youth have got really interested into politics, and our entry of our leader has really pulled them into politics, and they are now very eagerly participating in this electoral democratic process. Before that, they were just apathetic towards this election politics. They were saying that politics is what it is not our cup of tea. Why should we bother about whoever comes? There's nothing going to be a meaningful change in the system. So they were keeping an arm's length distance from the politics. First time they have taken an active interest in this. All these have put together have just really have created this huge earning for change among these people.
So like you spoke about the youth yearning for change. Youth taking an active interest in politics, talking about politics, getting involved in the political change of bringing a government and so on. But is youth support itself is enough for you to come to power? Because TVK is still a kid in the block. Just 2 years ago, your party leader launched the party. In 2024, he announced it. And then 2024 was the first conference in Vikravandi. And then we can see a lot of changes in Tamil Nadu also. So like it looks like Mr. Vijay has disrupted the political scene. So many political parties are actually changing their strategies. They're being forced to change their strategies. So is the youth power alone enough to bring about a government change?
Who said TVK enjoys only youth support?
No.
I'm saying, okay, I would put it differently. Definitely, youth support is massive. And also women's support across ages support is massive.
Okay.
Apart from that, I mean, it is an understatement to say that TVK's support base is restricted to youth and women. You see, across ages, across sex, across this what is this occupation, people are earning for change. That need for change, that is genuinely is prevalent throughout this age across all spectrum of our society.
So like it's spread across the spectrum.
It is spread across this state because there's an amount of awareness among this our especially this Tamil people is comparatively much more than other states.
Yeah, true. That's true. And sir, like you speak about the yearning for change and so on. So one of the major complaints against the Dravidian parties have been that they have converted the welfare measures into consumerism politics. Like one promises a refrigerator, the another party promises about 8,000 coupon, and Mr. Vijay is also like promising 2,500 to women, and he is also promising about 1 severance of gold to young women who get married. So isn't there a contradiction, or like is it the need of the hour for every political party, even a change agent like you, to get into this kind of direct benefit transfers and welfare schemes?
The point is that we are basically a welfare-oriented state. The thing is that still the need for welfare schemes is there. True. That is the amount of ground. I mean, that is the ground reality prevalent here. Still, as I said, the livelihoods have still not gone up to that standards we expect for a middle or upper income state. The thing is, we need that initial push for this downtrodden people and disadvantaged people, for them to get above this poverty line, so that till that time this kind of welfare measures are definitely required, and we should not call them freebies, and it is a duty of an elected state to take care of all the citizens, especially these downtrodden people, and in this way, so these welfare measures are welcome. But I would say this qualitatively it's different, because DMK, as you might have seen, they have promised a lot of things which they have not implemented. So our leader is very clear. We are going to implement what we are going to promise, and also we have this wherewithal. And we have, because by avoiding these corruptions and all these commissions, we'll genuinely transfer all this resources to the welfare measures apart from our growth-oriented schemes.
Yes, that is understood, because while announcing the manifesto for women, Mr. Vijay did make it clear that there will be no commission, there will be no corruption, and so on. So, like, don't you think as an officer, as a former officer who worked among the people, now you are going to work with the people. So, like, don't you think these subsidies or these direct benefit transfers, I am also against calling them freebies, because it's like insulting the beneficiaries. But like, don't you think these welfare measures should be targeted? It should reach only the people who actually need it. So instead of universalizing it across the board.
See, there are 2 points of view. You can see better targeting might help, but also see now, as I said, this welfare, as Tamil Nadu being a pioneer welfare state, we need this welfare schemes to be universalized before we reach a stage where it can be targeted.
Okay. And so final 2 questions. So like the TVK has identified the DMK as its political enemy and the political opponent from the first conference in Vikravandi. So like you have been going hammer and tongs against the DMK, calling them an evil force, borrowing the phrase from the legendary M.G. Ramachandran and the charismatic Jayalalithaa. So like, why is that the ADMK is not under your line of fire? Is it because you're also targeting the anti-DMK votes? There is an opinion that a lot of ADMK supporters are actually leaning towards the TVK. Is that to give them a cushion and embrace them? That is why you are not touching AIADMK, you are going completely against DMK, or it is the DMK, anti-DMK stand is because they are in the power, which is true actually.
First, DMK being the party in power, our primary focus is we are very clear. We are focused on this party in power, that is DMK. Secondly, the party which we referred, they have lost this confidence of the people. See, there had been leadership crisis there. It took a long time to settle it, and I doubt whether it is even settled now. And also see that alliance, this party alliance, which party had they may call it an ADMK led alliance, but actually who is leading this alliance, who stitched the alliance together. So people all see it together, and as I said, that alliance, that NDA alliance has lost the confidence of the people, and most of the ADMK supporters have become TVK supporters. So there is no point. So we are correctly focusing our efforts towards a party which is our target, and we no need to divert our resources at this time.
So like, is it politically prudent to dismiss a party that was ruling till about 4 years ago?
See, that's what it might have ruled. It's true that they ruled, but after that they lost power and they have lost the confidence of. Subsequently, they have lost confidence of the people. That is the state of affairs of this ADMK party, and that's why we are very, very practical and very prudent, and strategically we are targeting only this DMK.
Sir, my final question: like, there is a lot of criticism about Mr. Vijay not campaigning enough. So, like, there have been a lot of cancellations. First, the TVK said that there were problems in getting permissions that everyone understands, and like even after the election commission took over, there has been a lot of problems. So why do you think that these kind of not showing up for campaign meetings will have an effect, or why is that? What is the problem? What is the problem here?
Previously, before the elections when notified, DMK tried all its tricks to stop or scuttle this our leaders people connect programs. Now after that, there had been as you had witnessed in Tirunelveli and Thoothukudi, the amount of crowd is massive. So, and also yesterday, because of this crowd, there has been delay. Our leader is very clear. He doesn't want to violate any rule or conditions which laid down by the ECA. And we are my leader is very clear. He will campaign. He will campaign throughout the state, and even next remaining days, we will see this leaders campaign effectively.
Okay, so like this won't affect you in any which way?
It will not affect in any way. Our primary concern is safety and security of the people, and we don't want any untoward incident which will become that problem and issue for us. And right now, our ground support is very good, and our ground report says that we are winning hands down, and we will form the government on our own with a comfortable majority. So we don't want any kind of any violation of ECA conditions, and also we don't want any mishaps happening.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for talking to us. This was Mr. KG Arunraj, the General Secretary, Policy and Propaganda for the Tamadaga Vechikadagam led by Actor Vijay. He spoke about how TVK is promising change in Tamil Nadu, and also how they are confident about winning in the first election. This is ETB Sivapriyan from Tiruchengodu for Deccan.